Man, did you see that K'Wan Williams interception, though? Woo!
Icing on the cake.
Yeah, man.
Turned into that Debo touchdown?
Yeah, the very next play, Debo scores.
Man.
I heard he went up to the coach and was like, man, just give me the rock.
Yeah, did you see that?
I got this.
Oh, man.
Woo, yeah, he told Shannon, he was like, hey, man, he was like, Kyle, and he just gave him that head nod, like that look, and then
Like it's open, let's go.
to the house, put him up 23-7.
He's got that gear, right? It's just like
It's ridiculous him being a receiver and running the
Russell
rock the way he
Strong.
runs.
Having that running back vision.
Yeah.
which is exactly it. Mike is right, man.
Coach Jimmy Walden, a
You
Galileo
can see it.
Hall of Famer, he used to coach us. He used to always say, it's that step.
That one
That
step.
step.
That's
that
all
one
you need.
cutback, that first step, that break.
If you got the speed and you're able to make that one step just to get everyone
Right.
going this way. And
but then he kind of has like that little monster gear where he's just like, skew.
Here's my soul laid out, take a piece. For all y'all. Cause we family, family, family. We family, cause we family, family, family. We family.
Welcome to another episode of the Happy Hour Show. I'm your boy, Mr. Overtime, along with my cousins.
Mikey Slacks.
Dradi.
Shout out to Family Gear, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Official sponsor of the Happy Hour Show, giving us a good reason to give a good toast, you know?
Perdón.
One for the boys.
Salud.
Recap show and also some redemption. Me and Dradi didn't pan out too well with the numbers, a little bit under 500. But the champ over here, he holds the gold belt for a reason. Mikey Slacks, hey, let's give him a high five on that one, cuz.
He did get in.
You know, the biggest landslide of the games, shout out to the Bills. Perfect game.
Perfect
You
game.
hear it in baseball, pitcher pitched a perfect game, strikeouts, no hits, you know the deal. But
7
in football,
touchdowns.
you have to have a perfect game scoring on every single drive. No kicks, no punts, no nada. And the Bills did that.
Touchdowns.
But
Yes, all touchdowns.
the biggest ass whooping of the weekend had to go to the Philadelphia Eagles. 22 players, first time in the playoffs. Do you think the experience from the champ was the key for them getting the victory?
I actually
Absolutely.
do, man. I mean, when you're playing the GOAT,
I mean, baby goat. John Montana's a goat.
I mean, we can agree to disagree on that.
Like I said,
TB12.
baby goat.
But yeah, Dradi, what do you think about the game?
I mean, that man he's something else, you know. I mean, he has 7 championships for a reason.
Exactly.
The way he was picking that defense apart, you know, and to be able to come and see what, you know, the play call is and make an audible, I mean, he's a master of that, you know, and to dictate and control the game the way that they did and the way the defense shut down that young quarterback, I mean, he barely had time to breathe, right? I mean, what was the total sacks in that game? I need to
Oh,
review
man.
that.
We were,
My bad
if you
to
were
put us
taking
out
those
there like
teaser
that.
picks, you got the
Yeah.
5. He
Yeah,
definitely
got
got
the over
the 5. Do you guys see Tom Brady and them getting past this next level this week?
Woo, against LA, huh?
Another
But,
caliber defense, you know.
But they're playing in Tampa Bay, right?
Come on, man. The Sunshine State.
Yeah, you know, LA, they went out this past offseason and they went and got a lot of star power to try to get themselves not only back into the postseason, but over that hump.
And that was a convincing win, the way they worked the Cardinals.
It definitely was. It definitely
pretty much
was.
from beginning to start.
OBJ today had to come into the facility to get a PED test.
That's
Is
true.
that right?
So
That's
we're going to be
true.
waiting on those results to see if he's going to be playing. But I think he's just found new fresh air in LA. Coop having so much triple
yeah.
team, quadruple teams on him. It's
Cooper
opened him up.
Cup won the
Get out
Triple
to a
Crown.
white boy, man. White boy.
Cooper Cup
coming in
won
there
the
doing
Triple
his thing.
Crown for wide receivers.
But let me say this, though. It makes a difference when the quarterback definitely is throwing the ball at you and isn't passing you up to go elsewhere.
Rams
Some
big
kinda-
upgrade. Big
Very
upgrade.
true.
Stafford,
Without a doubt.
You know,
Very true.
Jared Goff going down to Detroit.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as this game, I think, you know, the defense on the Rams side is going to do their thing with the squad that they have. You know, Brady's going to be Brady, but I think where it's going
Aaron
to be
Donald's
one
gonna
is
get his.
how Stafford adjusts to that Bucs defense. You know, They're a defending champs, man.
Some
they tightened
Super
up.
Bowl MVP Tom Brady on the offense, and then you also got some Hall of Famers on the defense. You got Ndamukong Suh. You got my boy. You got my boy JPP.
He said like that.
Yeah.
That might still be too soon.
Hey, it's after the 4th.
For real.
I think Tom Brady and them cruised past LA just like they did Philadelphia this past week.
I think so as well.
Biggest upsets, Patriots and our counterparts, the Las Vegas Raiders now, not to Oakland, but Las Vegas.
I mean, I didn't expect them to win. I think that's one of the games I called, but that kid, Burrow, he's a stud, man.
Burrow,
He's to that zone. You're starting to see the same guy that won that national title and that swagger. And
the Raiders did have a chance at the
They
end.
did,
I
though.
mean,
Yeah.
I honestly thought that they were going to do it and tie it up and go into OT.
they lost on that
That's Derek
interception.
Carr's
Yeah,
career,
you're right,
almost
Mike.
getting there, but not
Absolutely.
getting there.
Right. Yeah.
You talked about national championship. Do you think that them playing together for 3 years at LSU, winning that championship,
Him and Chase?
and
I
then
mean,
getting into the NFL within a year of each other, do you think that camaraderie is giving Jamar Chase the
I mean,
upbringing?
that's who told him that's who they wanted to
sure.
draft. He
sure.
wanted his man. It's like, I'm going to throw it up there, and he's going to go get it. And that's what it's been all
That's
season
what's
long.
been happening.
Right?
Do you see other GMs and other coaches going to that type of formula of they're familiar with each other? If we can get them on the same team, do you think that's like something they can bridge off of that?
Wasn't possible, but that's a special duel there,
Yeah.
though, man. That just...
I mean, I believe
That doesn't happen all the time,
anytime, if, like you said, if it's possible, I would think that any GM and coach would be like, yeah, let's go get his guy because they already have a connection,
Yeah. Gotta address the elephant in the room. Us big Niner fans. Are we gonna go over there and handle business the way we just did in Dallas? Or is this finally Aaron Rodgers' year? 0 for 3 against us in the last 4 years now. Let's go into the 4th meeting. Does he get over the hump, or do we keep him out cold turkey in the 0?
I think the Niners go there and do it. And I'm not saying that with like the confidence, like, yeah, they go in there and kick their ass. I think they sneak out a tough one. Like I said last week, the Niners, I feel they have the potential to go and really beat up on any team. But then when it comes to the second half, third quarter, late fourth quarter, they always kind of shoot themselves in the foot and make it closer than it really needs to be.
Good
Are
old
we talking
Jimmy.
about Jimmy G or
I mean,
the significance of some key injuries this past week too?
and also just penalties, sometimes they'll break for a big play and then they'll get called for an offside or, a false start, whatever it may be. And it just kind of kills the momentum. And like I said, just makes things a lot closer than they really need to be.
We can't
Torture
make
ball.
mistakes against Aaron, He's going to pick us apart if we don't get that pressure. And
Yeah,
that
for
front
sure.
four, Bosa with the protocol. I'm hoping he's
That
back.
big concussion, that's big
having
Fred Warner with that ankle.
being able
how
to
hard is
get
he?
Absolutely.
being able to get Nick Bosa and Fred Warner back, I mean, is going to be huge. Whether they're able to go or not, and at what percentage will they be able to go, that's going to make a huge difference.
Big difference.
Bosa coming off that thing like a freight train, it opens it up for Hyde, opens it up for Armstead, and then not having your main guy, the middle linebacker is just
Yeah.
like the quarterback on defense.
Exactly.
Needs
So-
Keys to step up.
Do you think Al Shahir is going to have a good game? My man's out there
Oh, man.
all yanked up with those elbow pads.
He definitely needs
Bringing
to
back
play
the old
big.
1990s.
He looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin, but on the elbows
On the
instead of the
elbows.
knees. He could just be out there, trying to intimidate fools with that too.
Yeah.
Well, we played him earlier in the year, though. We had a couple key players out,
yeah.
right? And we, we're down there to the wire until we lost on a field goal. Was that
The
that
Niners,
was
the
ending,
Niners
right?
have a deep linebacking squad.
They do. They
do.
have some good guys that's back there.
Yeah.
The secondary is really going to be key for me.
Yeah, for
stopping
sure.
Adams. Then
We
you got
have to shadow
Lazard.
him, man.
Lazard is a big,
'Cause he's
big
gonna get
piece.
his,
He's a big piece to them
definitely.
in that slot, rolling around when Devontae's doubled up.
And that running back's
they
a
have
stud,
a dual.
too.
They have a dual running back like us. They got that big cat Dillon, man. He's got those
Yeah.
fucking tree trunk thighs.
He opens
He
it up.
reminds me of a young Earl Campbell.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I mean? The dude is going to get you 5 yards a pop. So we're definitely going to have to bring it. Of course, I'm a Niner fan. Just off the stats and the history line, I'm going to have to go with the Niners. You know what I mean? Even if I wasn't a fan. Aaron Rodgers is in the concept of Peyton Manning. 13-3, 14-2, 15-1. But when it comes playoff times and for the big games.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to call him a trucker. He does have a Super Bowl ring, but I can hear where you kind of reference
I
that.
think the key to this Saturday's game is them getting to Rodgers early, roughing him up early,
Punching him
and
in
then
the
it's
mouth.
going to get in his head because he has lost the last 3 in the postseason against
The
the 49ers.
last time in 2019, it was not pretty. It was
Who's
really
going
ugly.
to step
The game
for us
was
on
over
the
in the first
offensive
quarter.
side, though? I mean, it seems like
Well, I mean,
Debo,
you know,
we've been riding his
Mr. Big
shoulders,
Stepper,
right?
Mr. Big Stepper.
Shout out to Stunner, man.
I see him continuing to have another huge game. I do believe they need to target Kittle more.
That's what I was going to
Get
say. He
Kittle the
needs to
ball
have
more.
These last
hopefully
2
he's
games.
who goes off this game. I want to see the ball thrown to him. You know,
Also,
and I
shout
do
out
too.
Elijah Mitchell. He was the leading
Stud.
rusher the first weekend of the postseason.
And those yak
96
yards, huh?
96 yards.
Not only that, though.
And a TD.
He broke a record. Cheers for that.
Hey.
Franchise record.
Yes, sir.
Rookie rushing. Shout out to my man. He goes for $1. Debo goes for $1. Kittle goes for $1. If you got Bovada, any sports book, take that crazy bet. It should be up into the 6,000, 7,000.
Oh, he called it. You heard it here first, baby.
The happy
And
hour
you know
show.
it's not the playoffs unless you get your cousin.
Hey.
The hoodman on the parlay cards, you know what I'm saying? So if you ain't got too much cash, throw whatever you got on a 4-teamer, 3-teamer, just to make sure you get more quicker odds. You got a couple of dollars to burn. Get a nice little 10 teaser out there, you know, make some money.
Big game of the weekend.
Big game of the weekend.
Chiefs, Bills.
Chiefs, Bills.
Who you taking? Because I know we're all taking the Niners, so.
I would like to see the Chiefs win for us to get our return match in the Super Bowl. I would like that. But I do have a good friend of mine who has seen the episodes and is really already a huge fan of the show. San Francisco professional boxer Ricardo Pinell.
Hey.
Him and my boy Irv, they want to come out and get us the prediction before it happens. They say it's going to be a 49er Bills Super Bowl.
Woo! And that's the Super Bowl that who else but Chris Berman has predicted every single year for how many years?
Man.
I think Buffalo can do it, man. Josh Allen.
He's playing like a
He's
beast,
been
man.
playing like a stud.
Dude, 6'5",
But he was back
250.
there with no pressure that last game. Sorry to cut you off.
I mean, yeah,
So
that's true.
They're
true.
gonna have to get to him. You know, Andy's gonna
gonna
do
dial
his
it up.
thing.
Oh yeah.
Shout
for
out
sure.
San Francisco State one time.
Then they do
Old
got the
O-line
half.
coach.
They
yeah.
got the half Billy Man back there. So Kelsey's been coming along.
Hill.
Edwards-Helaire is deadly out of the backfield. He reminds me of a young Marshall Faulk being able to run and come and catch out of the backfield. It's gonna be a high score. I think it's going to go under the 56 points because that's what I got on the parlay card. But I would like to see the Bills win just as much as Kansas City. I think it's going to come down to who makes the lesser of mistakes. And right now, the way they were rolling in the mid to the last part of the season, the Chiefs didn't look like they were going to make it. And they're just playing mistake-free football.
They
and
turned it around too.
They're
Both
just
of them
kicking ass right now.
Went up
man.
another notch.
So
It's like the AFC
For sure.
championship game.
Yeah.
Come this weekend.
Most definitely. That's why it's going to be prime time Sunday, the later afternoon game. Shout out to my Niners playing on Saturday night. But I really think that Josh Allen can make a statement for himself in being a very top 3-tier quarterback if he gets this win.
Okay.
For sure.
Titans. What are we thinking?
Titan Cincy. Yeah, I mean, I think
They
Cincy,
get Henry back?
the way they're playing and the way Joe Burrow is playing.
They're playing phenomenal. My
Oh,
only
yeah.
thing is Tennessee's got a fucking bye, and they also got back probably the hardest running back in the history of the NFL. King Henry is back. I gotta salute this man because when Shredded Betty was at the gym seeing Bicep Byron going crazy in the gym, I stole a few of his moves, man. This dude's workout regimen is completely nuts. If you ever see him work out, this dude works out about 8 to 10 hours a day. I mean, you guys see him in his pads, but this dude is 6'5". He weighs 265 pounds.
He's a monster.
And I mean, they say he's like a live football video game player. And I mean, the way he runs that rock, having all this time to heal. But
is he completely healed?
Game shape is a killer.
Game speed ready.
Game shape is a killer. I mean, all the best pros know LeBron, MJ, anybody that's top tier can go in and kill a game, but it's on how they kill the game. You know, he doesn't have to necessarily come in and run 20 times. He could come in and run for 10 carries, but out of those 10 carries, gain 60, 70 yards. And that can be an X factor for the Titans, not having him and not having a key player in a big game like this where it's win or go home means a lot. Tannehill kind of reminds me of a Jimmy Garoppolo, too. He makes bonehead plays.
Yeah.
So.
He can.
I'm going to go with Cincy, though. I'm going to roll with Cincy, but
I think I like Cincy, too.
there's got to be an upset somewhere.
Because you figure with Henry, if he is coming back and he is going to be a factor in play, why is the spread only 3? They're in Tennessee.
That's true.
You figure it would be maybe closer to a touchdown if that were the case. So maybe they don't think he's going to make that much of an impact.
Yeah.
On my card, I got +4, and that's just too much. I mean, I see them beating them by a field goal, but yeah, that doesn't carry.
Maybe that says that some people do see them, winning with a field goal and they still cover.
Do you ever take over/under points, or you just go with the
one of my least favorite bets on the card? It's just so many variables that play into that. Kind of.
If parlay cards let you do the money line, there'd be a lot of winners out there.
The way I did last week, I might just start picking the helmets that I like too. It kind of worked for Mike,
Hey, man, helmets, baby.
Sometimes they say you get to go to a certain route, you gotta flip it back.
I'm the guy. If you're watching this and you don't know anything about betting, you don't know about picking. Hey,
Mike knows
man,
everything.
Listen to me. I'm the guy.
I mean that Patriots game killed me in my parlays, man. I got it back because I put the last
we were
one
going
in
to bring
with
it
the
up.
Chiefs.
It was so awful. It was so awful.
I got it back. I take the Chiefs and I had the Timberwolves because I knew Curry and Draymond weren't playing, and the Rams. So I got my little 3-team parlay and my money back.
You whipped it
extra.
back? Yeah, it completely.
So I was able to pull that off, but man, I didn't see that ass whooping coming.
I had the Raiders.
No way.
I had about 4 cards. I had the Raiders on 3 of them. I did go with Cincy, and it was Pats all the way. I didn't even think I had no doubt in my mind that they weren't going to win.
So look, we're going to call them out right now, top to bottom. Titans, Bengals.
Bengals.
Do I get in sync or do I be the random guy? I'm gonna go with Cincy too.
Okay, I thought that's what
we're gonna
you said
go.
initially.
Across
But
the
you
board
can't
with
switch
Cincy.
it back. All right. Green Bay versus the Niners.
Come on, man.
Niners.
Okay, we both agree. I mean, hopefully we're not just with our hearts there, but I kind of see us stepping up and bringing it home. Tampa Bay Rams.
I want to see touchdown Tommy, man. Come on, he's got to go for that 8th ring.
One more, huh?
He's got to go for the 8th.
Tampa Bay.
As long as he's still in there versus the other team and it's not us, I'm gonna go with TB12.
Rams look good against the Cardinals.
Area
Like
boy.
they finally found that swag, though, right? And I think that
But
that
that was
loss
against the
Niners,
Cardinals.
yeah.
The Cardinals started off
Granted, no
high.
Hopkins, yeah.
I mean, he
Cardinals
scored
started
the
off high, and the last
Watt
half of their
wasn't himself.
season.
He scored
Yeah.
the touchdown and went like this, so OBJ is not gonna play. So
Okay.
the Rams aren't gonna win.
He's not gonna play.
I'm just joking.
Oh shit!
I mean, he scored a touchdown and he said,
In the game of the weekend, Chiefs Bills.
I'm going with Buffalo.
I'm also going with Buffalo. Josh Allen.
Man.
Shout out to the champ. Shout out to Ricardo and Irv.
As much as I
They're
want
calling
to
it.
say the Bills, I feel like that game last weekend was their.
The
It
statement
might
game
have
for you?
peaked a little too soon, and I think that the Chiefs saw that and they're like going to bring their A game and they're going to bring pressure because what Allen is going to show up. He can be a stud like he was last week, or how we saw right as we thought they were the front runner and then kind of started stumbling and losing so many games.
Yeah,
like
they
when the
won.
Niners
They
lost
went
4 in a row, that kind of scenario.
4-7 in the back stretch
Yeah.
there. Pretty awful. They barely made the
Yeah, I
playoffs.
think I'm going to go with the Chiefs, boys.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Hey.
Recap from last week's NFL Super Wild Card Weekend, the very first. This new format, hopefully they continue it in the following years to come.
Oh, yeah, I
Gives
like
that
it.
extra
I
team
like
in there, and like Mike said, more football.
Exactly.
Let's get a break to some of those graceful sponsors that we got out there, and the Happy Hour Show will be right back.
Top Shelf Exotic.
Don't give me no Bammer weeds. We don't smoke that shit in a SFC. Don't give me no Bammer weeds. We don't smoke that shit in a SFC. Don't give me no Bammer weeds. We don't smoke that shit in a SFC.
Family, we family, cause we family. Family, family, we family.